Welcome to day 66. My name's Amanda and this is Getting to Know God. Hope you are enjoying the series. So today we are looking at God's special tent, which can be found in Exodus 25 to 31, and it's day 66. All the time that the Israelites were on their journey to Canaan, they lived in tents. They could not put up a building in which to worship God. God told Moses that instead he was to make a special tent that would be kept for God. God gave Moses full instructions for making this tent and promised to give special skill to the workmen who carried out the plans. The outside of the tent was to be made of plain goat hair with a covering of sheepskin, but inside there would be a beautiful embroidered curtain with gold and silver furnishings. On a gold decorated altar, fragrant incense would burn. The whole structure was made to take apart, and the bigger objects had carrying poles, so that when the Israelites moved camp, God's tent could go with them. The most important part of the tent was hidden away, shut off by thick curtains. The one special piece of furniture inside this most holy place was a chest about the size of a desk. It was made of wood covered with gold, and the lid was of pure gold. 2 gold figures stood on the lid of the chest with wings spread out to cover the chest, as God would cover the people's sins and wrongdoings. Moses wondered how he would get all the rich materials he needed to make God's tent. God told him that the people would gladly give them, and so they did. When Moses told them about the tent, they were so enthusiastic that they bought all that Moses wanted: fine linen, wool, rings and necklaces, all the precious things that the Egyptians had pressed on them when they left Egypt. They brought freely and generously to Moses as their gifts to God. In the end, Moses had to tell them to stop bringing their presents. He had all that he needed in order to make the tent, and more besides. What do you think of that then? Imagine the Egyptians had given gold and rings and necklaces to get rid of the Israelites, to get rid of them. Take all of this, take all of our treasures, take all of our wealth, take all of this. And who does it return to? Its rightful owner, God. It's important just to remember that everything on this earth, including this earth, belongs to God. God made everything. God inspired everything. Even from the latest technology, it's inspired by God. Used, often misused by the devil for bad reasons or for bad things or for selfish gain. However, God inspired individuals to research things, to explore, to invent. God inspired all of that. God inspired and made all of the systems that work on this earth. How bees create honey, how the queen bee is the layer of the eggs, and all of the bees serve and support her to do that one job. One job that the queen bee has. She has all of the rest doing other jobs. There's a system that God created which was perfect, and there is a system for the earth which is perfect. But man thinks, a lot of men think they know better, and I pray that we just humble ourselves and remember that we didn't make anything. We didn't create anything. God created from the very beginning. God created man and woman. God created all of the animals, which he asked Adam to name. God created everything. So be blessed, be humble. Just look around. I'm looking around my garage and looking at how many things there are around behind you that you can't see. All of it belongs to God, and I am just the steward to look after them, to manage them, to make sure there is enough. For example, I've got toilet papers behind you. It's just that I need to monitor it and make sure that I have enough for my family to use. Be a good steward. But remember, everything goes back to God. Everything belongs to him in the first place. Be generous with what you have, because God will return things back to you tenfold. God bless.